Hello everyone, Regnilla here with another Monster Hunter Freedom Unite video. Hey, I'm back. It's been a little while. Well, it's because my internet's been out and, well, with no way to really get videos up and running. But now that it's back up for at least the time being, I'd say we're gonna do another quest. Now, before I was saying about doing the Gone Fishing quest from the level 2 category level area, but unfortunately, it's golden fish, and golden fish are just kind of a pain, so I don't want to spend forever and a half just hunting for golden fish. So let's just go on ahead and do the urgent quest, which is Shadow in the Snow. We are facing off against a Khezu. This is a super interesting monster, and before we go take on this interesting monster, I am just going to stock up on just a few hot drinks, because we are going into the snow with this one. So, Khezu's been around since the very first Monster Hunter game. In fact, oops, I should not have done that. In fact, it was one of the late game monsters in the first Monster Hunter game. And by late game, I mean like the village quests. So it was one of those kind of secretive, unlockable quests, and it's really a grotesque wyvern. In fact, you guys that might have been playing some of the later games, such as Monster Hunter Tri or Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, you might remember the Giganox and how horrible it looks. Well, this is the OG of horrific monsters. And before, it was categorized as a threat level 5, or maybe even 6. But in this game, I guess it's just a threat level 4. But I'm not going to mess around with this particular monster as with the land shark, so I'm bringing almost a full supply of Mega Potions. Because this is a monster that can do something, to put it simply, comboing you. And that just means hit you, and then it's fast enough to get up and launch another attack. So, be wary, especially if this monster goes into rage mode. Like, okay, first off, we gotta find out where this monster is. It looks like Area 7's the best bet. And, weirdly enough, my fast forward button's still not working. In fact, it worked perfectly fine while I was doing all sorts of tests. And now that I think of it, I believe it's actually in Area 3. Let's see. Just kind of deciding on what path I want to take. And the guy I pray are still as dopey as ever. How nice. Hey, got the gang over here. So just gonna check Area 3. In fact, I'm 90% sure that he's in Area 3. I don't know why I was looking in the other areas. Okay, here we go. So, this is our Khezu. It's a blind wyvern. So, unlike most large monsters, when this guy spots you, you won't have any music accompanying the monster. So, it's really weird. It has this sort of horror feel to it. Like, I don't even think the eye comes up when you're seen. Oh, come on. Okay, that was all me. I'm sorry. He's literally right in front of me, and I missed both times. But in my defense, I've been drinking a little bit, so I'm not exactly the most coordinated. It's also like 11 o'clock at night, too, so oops. And, you know, my attacks just keep bouncing off, and I'm not liking this. Ooh. Oh boy, here we go. So when you get knocked down like that, that's usually his opportunity to launch another attack, and my god. Oh god. Thank you for hitting the guy I pray. It was very nice of you. So his tail is actually his strongest point, and his head is his weak point. And I'm just... okay, there we go. So I actually really have to hit the head So even the slightest movements appear to be very devastating to the concept of standing up. Okay, here we go. So my strategy is counterattack. Counterattack hardcore. Especially since this game's hitboxes are not very good. So, as you could plainly see, this guy has a lot of electrical attacks, and this one is the most devastating. If it hits you, then you're guaranteed to be paralyzed, and you're just open for another attack. It is brutal. And I think this armor set might have a weakness to electricity too. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, and his legs are pretty weak too, so that's good. This is a surprisingly easy monster to trip and make fall over, so that's something worth keeping in mind. If only I can just make him trip. Just leave him just wide open. Oh, there we go. Hey. Ask and you shall receive. This guy's weakness is fire. And naturally, I don't have a fire-based weapon. I really wish I did. I'm just trying to think of maybe other things too. Like, before I started recording, I tried looking for some ivy. Well, by looking, I mean like check the shops to see if they were selling any ivy, because I could make some pitfall traps. I've been checking my resources over at the farm, which, by the way, you should absolutely do between quests. You have no idea how valuable that farm is. Well, if you're not using it, that's probably the dumbest thing. And second dumbest thing is missing paintballs, because this is a flying wyvern, and now he could be anywhere. So it looks like he might be going to either Area 7 or 8. And speaking of not being able to aim, I still have this delicious beer that's just right next to me. So I'm just going to take a swig of that real quick. So, that's good. That was really good. What better way to take a serious fight not so seriously than to drink a little bit? Okay. So it looks like the Khezu might be in Area 8. It can go down into Area 1, which is, I really hope it didn't do that. Man, it looks like it did. Because when you get down into Area 1, odds are he's about ready to leave again, so that kind of blows. It's either that or... Oh, wow, he took a sweet time getting here. Please hit me. Oh, you... Okay. Whew. I just wanted to be out of range in case he wanted to swing in with an electrical attack. Now, the thing I'm looking for is whenever he gets, like, there we go. Now he's in rage mode. That's what I was looking for. This is where you have to be very, very cautious. Because now his jumps have electricity to him, and his electrical attacks get a lot faster. And that whole comboing thing I mentioned, this is when you want to really be careful with it. Okay, please don't look at me like that. That's really not good. Oh, I didn't even realize I had a portable structure trap with me. Okay. Alright, so let's see. I'm just gonna go for my mini whetstone. Oh, that's right, I have speed sharpener on this set. Oh, really great skill to have. Okay. Whew. And he also likes to repeat attacks pretty quickly. Oh, wow, he's already back in rage mode. Come on. You know you want it. So, oh god. That was partially my fault, partially not. I was kind of button mashing, so I didn't realize it bounced. Oh, that's not good. Okay. And one of the things that's problematic about not having the eye and the music playing is that you don't panic run, and if you can't panic run, you can't panic dive, which kind of makes it a little bit harder avoiding those electric attacks. Come on. There you go. Totally timed that. It was genius. And now he's no longer in rage mode anymore. This monster is really a weird one. In terms of breakable parts, I believe his head and his back are the only things that can be broken. So there's not a whole lot to break on here. So not a lot to worry about. Unless you're trying to get like super powerful weapons and armor from him, and then in that case you're kind of screwed. Because his rarest items are really hard to get. Alright, and when he pauses like this, that means he's weak and he's either ready to be captured or ready to die. But in my case, I take no prisoners, unless I have to. And if I have to, then I'm a little bit sad. So he's going to go into Area 3 to rest, and I'm going to tail him, and I'm going to put him in this nice portable shock trap that was given to me that I completely forgot about, and I'm going to ruin his day. Because in case you didn't notice, like those electric attacks, they hurt. But I'm just going to get my sword up to maximum power. And gonna go into Area 3. I kind of want to wait for a moment though, just in case he goes to sleep. I'm gonna risk it. Oh, he's not even in here yet. Come on, work. Ah, perfect. Now, oddly enough, this is an electric-based monster. And I'm not sure why a shock trap would even work on this guy. But then again, this is old school Monster Hunter, so that might explain it. Oh boy, getting out of the way of that. Oh god. Whew. This monster is kind of tense to fight, really. Okay, there we go. Whew. Took me a little bit longer than I had hoped. But then again, it is Khezu, and I'm not going to take any chances. So, the strategy with this monster is patience. Obviously, I haven't taken the time to upgrade my weapons and armor. But I did take time to actually use some armor spheres with this armor set. So, what you want to do is you want to counterattack for sure. You don't want to go up front and start just trying to wail on him like I did, because you're going to bounce off a lot if you don't have the right equipment. So, especially after he's done with an electrical attack, that's your time to strike. Hit the legs or the head. Legs to make him fall over, head to do maximum damage, and if you somehow got a fire-based weapon at this point, be sure to use that. But anyways, that's going to do it for me and this episode. If you want to see more of my stuff, be sure to click on the annotations that will be featured at the end of this video, and I will see you again next time. Take care, people.